Writers, I know you all know the saying, when you're done, you've just begun. Well, yesterday I came to the end of my story. And so instead of just closing it up, I thought to myself, when you're done, you've just begun. So the very first thing that I want to remind you today is that when you think you're done, I want you to stop. I want you to reread what you wrote. And I want you to ask yourself, where can I say more? So watch me as I do that today. And I'm going to have a special assistant help me today too. My son Harrison is going to come over in a minute and he's going to be my reader. So Harrison, come on over. And you can do this at home too. You could always read to somebody in your family. You could always read to a stuffy. This is my son Harrison. He's in 2nd grade. And so Harrison, I'm going to read my story to you. I want you to be my reader. And I want you to think like, where do you wish I said more? Or I could add more to my story. Okay. You ready? Okay, here I go. I can't believe how much trash we picked up, I said. It wasn't really our plan. It just sort of happened. Pick me up, the trash whispered to us. We had no choice. An ordinary walk turned into an earth-saving mission. Let me explain. Harrison, Kyle, and I set out on our usual neighborhood loop. At the top of our street, just when we were about to turn right, Harrison said, Mom, look.
I have something.
Oh, what are you thinking?
On this page, instead of neighborhood loop, you should do like cul-de-sac.
Oh, like be more specific with my word choice there?
Yeah.
All right. Because we do live on a cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. Thanks. Behind the bus stop, there was trash. We picked it up. We were glad we helped the planet.
And on this one, you should describe the trash more. Like, is it like a cup, or is it like a bag, or a can, or a bottle, or like a food?
As my reader, are you wishing I said more on this page? Like, what exactly was the trash that we found?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for being my reader. So writers, you can go back to your chips if you want them. So writers, I agree. I think on this page, to me, this is like the most important part of my story, right? This is where we were just going out on our normal walk and then we spotted the trash and we actually decided to pick up the trash. So to me, this is the part of my story that's like the heart of my story, or the most important part of my story, that I could really think about stretching this part out, right? And I like Harrison's idea of thinking about the trash, right? And so one thing, writers, before I even write this part, what I want you to try today is to story tell this part, right? So go back into your memory. So I'm going to go back into my memory. Like, here we are, we walked up. Harrison says, Mom, look. And we look over and we see the trash, right? So let me think about that part. And I'm going to story tell it like then I want to write it down, right? I glanced over behind the bus stop. There, laying in the grass, was a large styrofoam Dunkin' Donuts cup with the plastic cap, plastic top and straw thrown next to it, a Milky Way candy wrapper, and what else was there for trash? And a plastic bag. Ew, gross, I thought to myself. I turned to my kids and said, hey guys, let's clean up this trash. I reached down, I bent down, reached down, picked up the plastic bag, and put the trash inside the bag. Look, Mom, there's more trash, Kyle said. I looked over at the rock wall, and there laid even more trash. Did you see how I did that? I reread my story. I got a reader to help me. And I thought, where in my story would my reader want me to say more, right? Or where in my story can I think I could stretch out the part to make it even more interesting, right? And I agree, like this is the part of my story that I would want to stretch out. So before I even write that down, I want to story tell it, right? Remember it, relive it in my mind, story tell it to myself, to a stuffy, to a family member. And then I'm going to do my very best to write it down. Right here, I might need to get a flap, or I might need to just get a whole new page, because this part, I feel like I'm going to revise this whole entire thing. And you'll just have to wait till tomorrow to see what All right. So writers, great job. Thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow.